Soyini, welcome to our mobile podcast studio at the Juneteenth and Freedom Celebration Festival at Kankakee, Illinois. So
Thank
glad
you.
for you to join us. Tell us a little bit about who you are, and then I think you got something to share.
Yes, I am Soyini Barrett. I'm a photographer,
Mm-hmm.
mother, grandmother. I don't like talking about myself, but that's who I am. I'm in the community. Been in the community since I was 9 years old. Worked here, retired here. That's me.
That's awesome. It's good to retire somewhere.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad you chose Kankakee. That's great.
Well, that's my story. I didn't choose Kankakee, but anyway, that's my story.
Well, let's hear that story then. It's part of our Healing Stories podcast.
Okay. My story is called Missing. Now, I was born in Mississippi. Um, my mother left Kankakee. No, start over. My mother left Mississippi and moved to
Mississippi.
Kankakee. So I was left behind. So I was missing my mother
Ah,
and my other siblings. And I was left with my grandmother, my father's mother, and I was like an only child. But I was missing my mother and my siblings. So, in the process of missing them, I grew up in Mississippi. I learned everything I needed to learn that my grandmother needed to teach me, which was how to read. I think I was third grade when I came up here, so I could read real good.
mm-hmm.
Going to church in the South, you learn how to read. You learn how to stand in front of the church and tell all the Bibles that you know, all the chapters in the Bibles and the Beatitudes and all that good stuff. And
Right,
grandmother didn't play. You better know your stuff.
right.
So, but in the process, I was missing my
Yeah,
mother.
yeah.
Okay. So there was one birthday. My birthday was June 8th, and my mother sent me a cake, a big cake uh, from Illinois to Mississippi, and a beautiful white dress with red velvet on it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, when the cake came, my aunt told me that I needed to take a nap. I guess I was very selfish with the cake. So she took the cake and she said, you need to take a nap, and when you wake up, you can eat the cake. Well, I went to sleep and I woke up to smell something burning.
Oh boy.
My cake was put in the oven by my aunt and she burned up my cake.
Oh man.
So, needless to say, I walked around with that box for quite a while.
Right, right.
Had nothing to eat, nothing to remind me of that beautiful cake that my mother sent me.
Mm.
So anyway, my grandmother died, and I came to Kankakee. Was brought to Kankakee by my mother with the rest of the siblings. So I thought it would be different because I was with my mother, who I was missing,
Right.
but it wasn't. No, it was different, totally different. I did the food was different. My
Yes.
mother didn't cook the same type of food as my grandmother did. Because I was raised as an only child to tell everything that I saw and heard.
Uh huh.
I told everything.
Right.
My siblings didn't like me. Well, So anyway, it came here, and I was taught when I saw older people, I would speak to them. Hello, good morning, how you doing? Well, it was howdy, I was Mississippi.
Right.
Or my mother would borrow something from her friend, and I was supposed to say much obliged.
Of course.
That's what I learned from my grandmother. I'm like, so everybody was like, she's so strange. Why she talk like that? And also going to school saying yes sir and yes ma'am and no sir. They didn't do that up here. So it's like she is really country. I was cool with it. I
Right.
liked it. Of course, my siblings didn't like me to say it because my sister said I was country.
Mm.
We wasn't raised together. So she said, and I'm like, well, you country too. Yeah, if I'm country, you country too. But she said, well, I'm not as country as you are. I said, yeah, because you going around want to talk all proper, not proper, trying to talk, change your voice. Well, I have this heavy voice, and I'm not changing anything because I was okay with my voice and how I spoke anyway. So, but like I said, I was missing my mother. That was the whole time that I was in Mississippi. I was missing her. But when I came here, I did not like Kankakee. Like I
Okay.
said, the adult people that I ran into, they wasn't very friendly, or maybe they was trying to get away from their roots, and I'm making it more obvious for them because I'm bringing it to their face. So they didn't want to hear that, but I didn't know. They didn't tell me not to say that, but I thought I was supposed to be respectful to people. So there was one day my mother sent me to a tavern, a club, or whatever, and she
Mm-hmm.
told me to ask for Mister. Well, she said that his name is Mr. Rooster.
Mr. Rooster.
So okay, so I go into the club, being that I was brought up to say Mister, and they said, "Yeah, what do you want?" I said, "Well, is Mr. Rooster here?" Everybody thought that was the most hilarious thing, and I was really mad about it because I'm showing respect. That's what I'm supposed to say,
Right?
But they thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, during the process of missing my mother and coming here, now I'm missing Mississippi
Okay.
because it's totally different. Like I said, the people was different. People act towards me different.
Mm-hmm.
School was different, and I just really was missing Mississippi again.
I bet. I
And
bet.
that is my story.
That is your story.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great story. And I really appreciate you stopping by our booth today and sharing a little bit of your history with us. What do you think of the Juneteenth celebration?
I'm enjoying it. It's still getting off of the slow start. The parade was good. I like the parade. Actually, last night was really nice for the banquet.
Yes.
To end the banquet, it was really nice, and a lot of people got recognized.
Good.
Two people that I suggested the main speaker was with Jake Lee,
Yes.
and I referred Mike Prue
Right.
for recognition, but he wasn't there. But his nephew picked it up for him. So,
All right.
but it was just nice seeing that people come together and just have a good time
Right.
and recognize people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to give recognition where recognition is due.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you were out here with the podcast today
Yeah.
because I missed the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good way to get it started back up again and
Okay.
get some things going. But really appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate what you do in the community and how you've contributed to our racial healing efforts that we've had. So just really appreciate that, Soyini. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.